This is the Lance Whitaker Voice in Motion YouTube channel, home of comprehensive Caribbean horse racing coverage and more. Please like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell.
This is Lance at the Track, covering top stories in the sport of kings. Welcome to this week's presentation. Ahead in the show, a stakes record win for Money Market as the Dawkins-Sabrati combination land their second Reggae Month trophy win in 3 years at Jamaica's Caymanas Park, where the US-bred 7-year-old Wall Street Trader repeats as the Ash Wednesday trophy winner. In Barbados, Atarah runs herself into classic racing contention with victory in the Michael Parvicino Breeder Stakes as champion jockey Ricky Walcott aces Saturday's feature race double at the Garrison Savannah. And Barbadian trainer Safi Joseph Jr. captures his 4th Royal Delta Stakes at Florida's Gulfstream Park. Plus the usual statistical update on Caribbean victories overseas, or opening story coming from Jamaica. A small but competitive 7-horse field for Saturday's Reggae Month Trophy Sprint over the 5-furlong straight course at Caymanas Park. The odds-on favourite, the US-bred Of a Revolution, a beaten favourite in 2 outings since his Caymanas Park debut win in December's Bruce on the Loose Trophy race. Champion jockey Radish Roman aboard for trainer Anthony Nunes. The 7-year-old Of a Revolution, a 4-5 favourite in post position 3. The consistent Zulu Warrior in the 4-box, a 9-2 bet. Number 5, the speedy Mighty Gully with 3 wins in her last 5 starts at 7-2. The previous week's George Hosang Trophy winner Mac and Rome at 6-1. And number 7, Money Market, the 2-1 second favourite in the 7-box. Here's Brian Rickman's race call.
Mac and Rome, Mighty Gully, in between horses, Zulu Warrior there toward the middle of the track. Of a Revolution is racing near the stands. Just in behind him, that's a Money Market. Blue Vinyl has to do a lot more running along with Atlantic Convoy. Mighty Gully toward the center of the course, possibly just the overall leader as they make their way toward the final furlong. It is Mighty Gully cutting out the fractions. Zulu Warrior just toward his inside. Mac and Rome racing in behind them. Money Market is under the stand fence, and Of a Revolution asked to close up Mighty Gully. Watch Money Market closing with a flourish under the stand fence, and Money Market goes on to win it.
Informed jock Dane Dawkins with a perfectly timed ride from off the pace comes storming through on the outside to snatch the victory. Second Reggae Month trophy win in 3 years, this for trainer Gary Sabrati and jockey Dawkins, the pair having linked up for the 2024 win with sensational move. And despite strong betting support for the odds-on favourite Of a Revolution, confidence going into the overnight allowance sprint was strong for Dawkins and Sabrati.
This is Money's Market backyard. Once everything is right with him, this is where he belongs. He'll give them a run for their money.
I was very, very confident, and just one horse I was afraid of, and it's the stablemate Blue Vinyl. Look in the race book, he's the only horse that know 45. Every other horse is 46, 47.
Money Market in a solid Reggae Month trophy win by a length and a half for owners Weir family. The winning time, a stakes record 57.45, bettering the previous mark of 58.47 by Bootylicious last year. And the midweek Ash Wednesday Trophy Holiday feature served up back-to-back wins for the US-bred 7-year-old gelding Wall Street Trader under a confident ride from Christopher Mamdeen in the Red Silks here, coming up on the outside.
They're at the top of the lane is in the Ash Wednesday Trophy, and it is still Don Quessy, Wall Street Trader, pestering on the outside. Don Quessy in front, Wall Street Trader, Bulletproof Coffee trying to pick them up, and Oil Machine is also coming on, and now Wall Street Trader joins Don Quessy. Wall Street Trader in front of Don Quessy. Oil Machine is finishing well, also finishing fast. That sensational soul, but it is Wall Street Trader waltzing away with the Ash Wednesday Trophy. Wall Street Trader beats Oil Machine.
Wall Street Trader won last year's Ash Wednesday Trophy as the favourite. He was a 5-2 third choice in the betting here for his 6th career win. The 2019 champion jockey Mamdeen aboard for trainer Rowan Matthey and owner Vincent Main. The second time in 2.5 weeks this group notching a feature race victory following their Eileen Cliggott Trophy success with pack plays. And Mamdeen says the race plan was executed like clockwork.
Coming to this race, my trainer Rowan Matthey told me that to let the speed go. You understand? 1-2, let they go and just sit by. You understand? Don't force to go at the headline because we have the speed as well, but we're going to use it in the last. So he just tell me to sit off, and then at the 2, I make a run, and that's it.
Wall Street Trader by 3 3/4 lengths lands the Ash Wednesday easily over the 20-1 shot Oil Machine, clocking 120.14 for 6.5 furlongs. Now, there were a couple of exciting wins in the Barbados main events on Saturday at the Garrison Savannah, both going to reigning champion jockey Ricky Walcott. The Michael Parapacino Memorial Hopeful Breeder Stakes and Trophy, only 5 starters for the 7.8 furlong trip. 4-1 the odds on the 1-horse Pavlova, number 2 Jethro at 7-2, Atarah the outsider at 12-1 in the 3 box, 8-5 the second favorite, number 4 Ultrasound, and the 4-5 favorite in post position 5 Ariel. It's considered the main prep event for the classic season opener, the Guinness, scheduled this year for early May. Although only one Parapacino Breeders winner in the last 5 years went on to land the Guinness, that was Mercedes in 2024. Champion jockey Rashid Hughes aboard the heavy favourite Ariel in what turned out to be a totally unexpected result. Watched from the combox by Dean Springer.
Pavlova continues to lead by just about a length from on the outside Ariel, and on the inside Jethro. Ultrasound cruising along in fourth. Atarah is still in touch after a half mile and 50 flat. They've got just under 3 furlongs left to travel. And as they head towards the drill hall, it is still Pavlova, just the leader by half a length now from Ariel in second. Atarah sweeping by horses on the outside is third. Jethro has fallen away. Ultrasound has dropped out of it completely. They come inside the quarter pole and they turn for home, and it's Pavlova who thinks to the judge at front, but on the outside here comes Atarah with a grand run. It's on the outside Atarah, on the inside Pavlova, Atarah, and Pavlova. Atarah though is going to hand in her maiden certificate in fantastic fashion. What a run.
Second race day in a row, a 12-1 upset winner in the Barbados feature. The previous week, Pussycat in the Tanglewood Stakes. And now Atarah gets her first career win as the longest shot in the field. Perfectly ridden by Ricky Walcott, a record-extending 9th win in the Michael Parapacino Breeders for the 44-year-old jock. The Saddleweed Farms Atarah by John Brand out of the notional mare Kazia becomes the 5th filly in the last 6 years to win this classic prep, after Basili Gal, Afternoon Delight, Indelible, and Mercedes. For winning trainer Curlin Felician, who is also the groom, Atarah upsets in the Michael Parapacino Breeders at 12-1 odds, scoring by a half length over Pavlova, with a favourite Ariel third. The winning time for 7.8 furlongs, 137.60. Jockey Walcott, who rode successfully in Canada earlier in his career with 4 championship titles at Northlands Park, including a track record 155 wins in the 2009 season, was unstoppable in the big races Saturday. Here he is aboard the favourite Major Dan in the exciting secondary feature Nick Parapacino Memorial Trophy race.
Miss Anya, well, she's on top now by 3 parts of a length. In second position, there goes Major Dan. Then comes Soul Swap, who's running a very good race. Then through on the inside is Caspian Sea. Sir Jimmy is the next one through, and the others will have quite a bit of work to do. 25-4 for the opening quarter as they race now to the corner, and it is still Miss Anya in front. On the outside is Major Dan. Here they come spinning out of the turn, and it is still Miss Anya on the outside. Here comes Major Dan, and down the stretch they come. It's Major Dan who's picking up on the outside. Here comes So Suave, but it's Major Dan who might just get home.
Neil Gill on commentary. The consistent Major Dan's log, now showing 2 wins and 5 second place finishes in his last 7 starts. Owner Sir David Seal and trainer Andrew Nunes here posting a repeat win in this event, having scored last year with Renaissance Frolic. Major Dan by a head snatches the Nick Parapacino victory as the 7-5 favourite, edging So Suave and covering the 5.5 furlong sprint in 1 minute 5.60 seconds. Barbadian Safid Joseph Jr. still leads the early North American trainer standings following a 7th stakes win since the start of the new year and 164th up north. As the most successful trainer in the Gulfstream Park Royal Delta Stakes in recent years, Safi had 2 starters in the mile and 16th event worth $175,000. And they're on the lead coming off the final bend with Barbadian jockey Michael Husbands in the white cap gaining the upper hand.
It's Eunomia taken on by Claret Beret. Safi Joseph 1-2. In between horses, Alpine Princess is now third. Shred the Gnar not doing enough. Drexel Hill is underway from the back, and they're at the top of the stretch. On the far outside, Claret Beret has now made the lead. Eunomia trying to cling to second with Alpine Princess and Drexel Hill, but at 8-1, give it to Claret Beret and the Royal Delta Stakes. Claret Beret to the first finish line as a 5-length winner.
The newest star from the Husbands family, jockey Micah Husbands, cruises to 3 wins on the afternoon, 2 of them for trainer Safi Joseph, who had 4 weekend wins and was securing his 5th stakes triumph of the current Gulfstream Park Championship meet. A second career stakes win this for Husbands, nephew of the legendary jock and Canadian Hall of Famer Patrick Husbands. Safi's 4th Royal Delta Stakes win in 7 years, following scores with Cookito in 2020, Under the Lady in 2024 and Dazzling Move last year. Claret Beret wins by 5 in an 8-1 upset score, stopping the clock for 8.5 furlongs at 144.86.
Our weekly tally of Caribbean wins overseas now before we go. In the past week, I've counted 31, among them the Barbadian jockey Micah Husbands with 2 wins at Gulfstream Park in Florida, where the Jamaican trainer Rowan Crichton, he had a Sunday double. The Jamaican trainer Trevor Gallimore, he won twice at Parks Racing. Jamaican jockey Cayman McGregor and Kevin Krieger of the US Virgin Islands, they both rode 2 winners each at Turf Paradise. At Mahoning Valley, there was a win for Jamaica's champion trainer Jason Acosta, who recently achieved 900 career wins. He is at 912 now, actually, 392 in Jamaica and 520 in the USA. And I can tell you that the Barbadian jockey Wesley Cave, he had a win at Kingscote to achieve 22 winners now since he's been riding in Australia. This is Lance at the Track, covering top stories and exciting races in the sport of kings. Remember to like, share and click the subscribe button for this channel, and remember to check us out again next week. Sub-Zero, why everybody ask me if I stop touch the berries in the morning when I come to this At the Track show? So
yeah, the voice.
I can test that one then, yeah.
Remember the songs used to make you rock away. Those were the days when love used to reign, yeah. Now I feel it to my heart, yeah. We had such a golden time at the park, yeah. Now there's hardly any safe place left to go. Someone's bound to come and try to spoil the show. Oh, oh, oh. Remember the songs used to make you rock away.
This is the Lance Whitaker Voice in Motion YouTube channel, home of comprehensive Caribbean horse racing coverage and more. Please like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell.